We're making a movie because it's never been done before on the subject of megavitamins. There is no movie that talks about megavitamins. There have been a few documentaries that mention vitamins, but it's usually negative. You watch TV and you go into the newspaper, the magazines, you're certainly not going to get much there. And even if you did, which you won't, it's not a movie. Movies are fun. It's a way of reaching lots of people. People learn well visually. I've taught for many, many years, and there's all kinds of ways to teach. Many people like to read books, but what about those people that don't? We're going to reach them, we're going to reach everybody. And then by reaching them with a movie and showing them that vitamins can cure disease, that's going to encourage people to want to learn more. And they're going to take this further to the next level, and we're going to get everybody on board here. The movie is for absolutely everyone in every country and every state of life. Vitamins cure disease. That's important. You've never heard it. You've never seen it in the theater. You've never seen it on TV. Until now. We can beat the big media. Just because they got all that money from the pharmaceutical industry doesn't make them right. Remember when your mother said, if everybody was jumping off the bridge, would you do it? So that's what I think of the mass media. They're bought and paid for by their advertising. Their advertising primarily comes from big companies, especially the pharmaceutical industry, which is as big as they get. We can beat them because we have the truth. The truth is still valuable. Truth still counts for something. If you're not sure, if you don't know what's true anymore, you can look into this and try it for yourself. See for yourself. I raise my children healthily with high doses of vitamins. I use them myself. In our family, that's what we do. We don't use medication. We use vitamins instead. I got that from doctors that had lots of experience. We're going to bring that information to you. Real doctors have been curing real diseases with high doses of vitamins for 75 years. If your doctor hasn't told you that, you've got an old-fashioned doctor. For would-be critics who think this is a lot of hogwash, who think that I'm talking through my hat and they want to get rid of me and the horse I rode in on, I have this to say. Linus Pauling got a lot of criticism, and I've noticed that all of Linus Pauling's detractors had 2 fewer Nobel Prizes than Dr. Pauling did. I am used to detractors, and I don't care, because I like a fight. I like a confrontation. And the more they criticize, the more movies we're going to make. The more criticism we get, the more books we write. I'm at 24 now. I would have stopped 20 years ago, but people kept criticizing this, so I just kept writing more books. We have an opportunity to set the record straight. And you're always going to have detractors when you tell the truth. That's just the way it goes. There's money in lying. We don't have that. We're not going to lie to people, and we don't have sponsorship to encourage us to bend the truth. So for those who say, gee, this is unproven, I'm going to say, these are real doctors who have spent decades of practice proving and publishing this information. Is your medical degree any better than theirs? They're helping people get well. Isn't that the ultimate test of a medical system? Healthcare is about people being healed. That interests me. That'll interest you. And if somebody thinks that's a bad idea to tell you the truth about how to get better using vitamins, I feel sorry for them. We're funding this movie with individual grassroots contributions. That's the way to do it to maintain independence. Nobody is sponsoring this movie. Nobody is buying and paying for what I say. There's going to be no product plugs. There's no hidden message. There's no spa to go to. There's no program. There's no product. There's no juicer. There's no supplement line. There's nothing to buy. This is information. In order to put this out, we have to come to you because your support makes an independent film that's telling the truth possible. You're not going to get a big studio to say, yeah, let's really offend all of those big companies and our advertisers. They might talk like that, but it's not going to happen. How do we know that? Have you ever seen a movie on megavitamin therapy? Now you're going to see it, and we want you to help us out. because no matter how much you put into this film, you're going to get far more back, and it's going to help your friends and your family, and it's going to help the world. It's the right thing to do, and it's high time it was done, and we're going to do it. This movie is our chance. For the first time ever, the story of successful MegaVitamin therapy can be told, and we want to tell it. It takes money to do that. Everybody knows that. But this is our opportunity to get the word out. If we don't do this, it will not get done. Look around you. Have you ever seen a MegaVitamin movie? And you won't unless we do it. If you want something done right, you got to do it yourselves. Help us do this. We'll make the movie, you help us do it, and then we're going to share this with the whole planet. And we mean just that. Everybody, and I mean everybody, has a health issue somewhere. If it isn't you, it's a family member, it's a friend. One of the things I've noticed in 39 years of doing this work, educating people about natural healing, is how generous people are, because they not only want to help themselves, but they want to share this knowledge with other people. Nothing makes you feel better than that. If you're suffering and you've been told you have to learn to live with it, well, I think it's time you learn to live without it. If you've been told that it's this drug or that drug, I want you to realize that you have a third option. Maybe you'd be better off without the drug. If you've been told that vitamins are harmful, maybe you've been told wrong. Vitamins are the answer. They're the solution, they're not the problem. If you have a particular health issue, this movie is going to help you, empower you, so you know, you don't think, you don't believe, but you know what your options are. Real doctors who write papers in medical journals, have published, worked in hospitals, work for decades, has already been done. It's ready for you to use.